So here we go. This section is all about staff. Tip number 26. Ideally, a staff member should initially pay you to help you run your school. Come on, Master Charles, what are now you talking about? Well, I'm talking about introducing a certified instructor training program where the staff that pay you will pay you to help run your school and gain credits to pass their certified instructor training program. Now, you may have heard that untrained, unpaid staff are the most expensive type of staff you can have in your school. I totally agree. However, superly trained staff that pay you can be some of the most profitable people in your martial arts business to have. The reason why is because they're not doing it for the money, they're doing it for the passion, they're doing it to impress you. So ideally, a staff member should initially pay you. There's something else too. Once a staff member has been through your programs and purchased all of them, they will have no problem in asking or explaining to somebody else the benefits of purchasing those programs. They can look them straight in the eye and say, "Sir or ma'am, I purchased the same programs myself. Look what it's done for me." So ideally, a staff member should pay you. If you don't know how that works, don't know how that happens, again, I know a man who can. His name's Employee X, and he's going to walk you through this process. Okay, tip number 27. It's every employee's responsibility includes recruiting new members. It's everyone's responsibility on your team to recruit new members, from the cleaner to the instructor to the administrator to whoever else you've got. It's everybody's responsibility to recruit new members, and it should be compulsory for those people, everybody involved in your martial arts school, to collect names and numbers or VIP appointments each and every day, each and every week, and have a target and be remunerated based on them hitting those targets. Remember, when you've got to go out and collect names and numbers yourself, it's monotonous, it's boring, it's frustrating, it's challenging. Guess if you look at it like that way. However, get it right and it's shared, that responsibility between your whole team becomes an easy exercise that we've done each and every time somebody goes out and meets a new person. Ready? Tip number 28. Staff must be trained on a weekly basis, physically and technically, and schooled on the numbers, schooled on the scripts, schooled on exactly what to say. They must practice their scripts. They must know exactly how to meet and greet, how to answer the phone, how to be introduced to a new student, how to introduce the chief instructor, how to do a tour, how to do a basic enrollment, how to do an upgrade. I believe everybody should be schooled in all aspects of the business that are applicable to them. They must be trained forwards, backwards, and inside and out, so that they can easily step into that role should it be needed or should it be necessary. Most of you are running small teams out there. We have to be the jack of all trades, not the master of none, the master of all of them. That's what you have to do. That's probably, if you're a single school operator, is what you're doing right now. We'll get you to employ some staff, i.e. they will pay you to be employed, and we'll teach them to help you out, knowing exactly what to say and when to say it, just like a professional organization. So tip 28, staff members must be trained. That only can come with regular training, both physically in the martial arts and technically on the and schooled on the numbers. Tip number 29. We've all got those prima donnas, those instructors that suddenly start teaching class. Remember, they are the lowest paid employees on the books, statistically. They are your expense. You know, the people that generate the money are the people that recruit, enroll, and upgrade. Now, of course, some of those things can't happen without great tuition that goes on the floor, but let's be honest. How difficult is it to get a great instructor? It's easy. Everybody wants to teach. They don't want to do the business. They want to go out there and teach on the floor. They want to feel important, want to improve their self-esteem. They want to say, I'm the man, the woman. They want to be the person at the front of class. It gives them a sense of status. So, instructors are one of the lowest paid employees on the books. Never ever be held to ransom by an employee over teaching. You know why? Because I'll bet you can teach a better class than any of them. So if push comes to shove, you could jump in on the floor and teach class. Perhaps you're doing that already right now. You need somebody to do the enrollments for you. Well, guess what? That's the easy part. That can be taught in a matter of hours. Learning the techniques of martial arts, because you know and I know, can take years. So don't be held to ransom by these instructors or prima donnas out there. Remember, they're the lowest paid employees and will be the biggest pain in your, I'm going to say ass, if ever you have of all your employees. So bear that in mind. And last tip when it comes to staff in this section is about staff remuneration. Staff need to be remunerated, that's easy for me to say, on PBP, performance based pay. If they perform, they get paid. They don't perform, they don't get paid. So understand, what gets measured gets done. You have to hold their feet to the fire. It's not about saying, oh, they're bad employees, you're a bad boss. Not at all. It's called being human. We're designed to solve problems and do things the quickest, easiest, simplest way. Guess what? That equates to the people that you have working for you. They will do the least amount possible to get the most amount of return. You cannot blame them for that. It's called being human. It's nature. Now, I know you're going to say, well, my staff are awesome, fantastic, super great. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Your staff will be the biggest pain you will ever have. From all the students times 10, they will steal from you. They will steal your business. They will try and steal your students. They will make love to your students. They will do inappropriate things in your academy. They can jeopardize your whole business. You think after a few decades of doing this, hundreds of instructors, you could practically name any scenario, and I've been through it with my team. Add into that the thousands of schools I've helped. Practically anything you can talk about, I've already had to deal with in one way, or had to inform or advise people on in one way or another. And guess what? Employee X is going to help you do exactly the same thing. So never fear, staff will be just around the corner, and they'll all be guided and motivated by yourself and Employee X. You cannot go wrong. Again, not here to make you wrong, not here to make you right, here to make you rich and successful without compromising your standards. Good luck. I'll see you on the next training.